Hello. I like to describe myself as an audio-visual artist because I have a fascination with playing with ways of combining sound and image. And I've brought this work to share with you, and it's called Piano Migrations. So a while ago, I came across a piano that didn't work, and it was going to be thrown away. So I thought I'd like to do something different with it. The keys didn't work, so I thought I'd try and look for another way of playing it. So this is that piano. I've stripped away the keys and the hammers and a lot of the wood and fitted 25 mechanical devices. I then hung it up like a picture to use as a screen to project video onto. So whenever a bird moves on the video, it triggers the device closest to it. So for instance, if this bird moves, then it triggers this little solenoid here. And I've worked with a software programmer. So the software looks for any movement in the video and then sends the relevant information to the device on the piano, which is either a solenoid or a motor. So I love the idea of sampling the natural world and then translating it or representing it in a new way, in a way that perhaps highlights some things that are often overlooked. And in this piece, I'm looking to try and accentuate the rhythm of the movements of the birds. I really love birds. I love watching birds, filming birds, photographing birds. And in this particular clip, notice how much it looks like a musical score. The telegraph lines being ledger lines, and the birds like notes on a piano roll. So it seemed like a natural step to try and capture the musicality of this visual moving image. So why birds? Why birds? Well, the way that I've set the piano up, I think it sounds really bird-like, the way that these devices kind of flutter and twitch and pluck and stab at the piano strings. It's perhaps the sound that you would hear if a bird were to land on a piano and peck at it. If you look closely, you'll notice I've also put some coins and screws and nuts and bolts into the piano. And this further changes the sound of the piano and gives a broader and richer variety of sounds that are possible. So this is a string with a coin in it. And then this is a string that's with nothing in it. And this is a technique called prepared piano, made famous by the American composer and artist John Cage. And he first wrote a piece with prepared piano as early as 1938. This can also be described as an open composition. It's a musical and visual piece where there's a mapping between the image and the sound that allows for many different permutations and outcomes. What you just watched was a completely unedited clip of birds just doing what they do. So actually, I can use any moving image or film to play the piano in this way. So I've prepared a selection of my own films, all of birds, and I'm going to sort of mix them together live and manipulate them a little bit. I've got some extra controls so I can change the playback speed of the movie, and I can also adjust the sensitivity of the video analysis. So by adding these few controls, it's more like an improvisation with the birds because they're still controlling the sounds the piano makes, but then I can kind of respond to that and kind of improvise with them. And at one point, I can actually control the fluttering of each individual bird. So I'll demonstrate. Thank you.